G'day, it's Ryan the Lion, and I'm down here in the beautiful sunny Waikato. I've got the shades on, and today's pretty special because we're welcoming Jason Mcbride to the Cordia family.
Thanks, Ryan.
And to the AFQY family. And so we're in this beautiful area which I liken to San Francisco. So if we think of the city of the future, Cybertron, we're all about tech, and San Francisco, all about tech. Then this is where we are. We'll show you the river in a second, because this area is all designed to connect Hamilton to the river, which is brilliant. But before we get into any more touring around Hamilton, which we're going to do, let's hear a bit about you, mate. Introduce the person, we'll get on to business later.
Thank you, Ryan. Morning, my name is Jason Mcbride. I come off a dairy farm here in the Waikato. My grandfather also had the largest commercial kiwi fruit operation at its time. And I also grew up on, in my student days, beef and sheep farm. So I've had the opportunity as a bit of an adventure and a bit of curiosity to watch a lot of facets of the farming and horticultural industry tick over. I've got...
And that's what drove you to tech?
Yes. It was a little bit of a curvaceous route to get here. I spent 8 years in the automotive and engineering industry.
Okay.
And then I switched sideways into IT. So I've been in IT for the last 17 odd years.
Oh wow. Well, I've got a funny story for you about dairy farming. So I'm from Dunedin. I call this Dunedin of the North, or down there the Hamilton of the South. And a girlfriend once a time when we were about 20 took me down home to the farm, and her father said, right, so you were working with me tomorrow morning. And I was like, yeah, sweet. So 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, whatever it was, I can't remember, 2 pots above my head, boom, boom, boom. And he just yelled, "You're bloody late, get up." So off we go. And in there with a rotary milking, and he said, you got to get in there and spray it and wipe it, and then you put the suction cups on. You got to move quick, because it's just moving, it doesn't stop for you. You've got to
Perpetual motion.
Yep. Yeah. So I was in there and I squirt, and he goes, "No, get in closer, get in closer." So I get in closer, and I got a steam of hot shit down the back of my my jersey and jacket. And he said, "That'll keep you warm for about the next 2 hours." And it did, because it was a freezing Balclutha morning. So have I been dairy farming? Have I milked cows? Yes, covered in cow shit for 2 hours.
Not a good introduction to the
he loved
to
it.
dairy.
He loved it. Yeah. So that's why I'm in tech as well. But what about you're 17 years in tech, and what about the farm now? How are the kids, wife?
4 boys, 2 of them are twins, and I've got a foster girl, so I've got a bit of a big household.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's
twins are 9.
And we're just starting to get the other part of the Hamilton weather. So we've got the sun bright enough to make us squint, but we've got the rain making us sweat as well. But hey, look, that's really amazing that you have a foster child. So that kind of warms my heart. It's part of what AFQY is about, because it's all about the people. So you're helping someone, I don't know, get
ahead, yep.
get a better start in life.
Yep, very much so.
Oh, yeah. Really nice to hear.
So it's been a good amalgamation into the family. So it's been an interesting journey. We've travelled extensively, and as part of that, we have this holistic idea that we want to give back a little bit more. And we're not wealthy, but it's a case of canvassing with our friends for old clothes and books and like. We put it in a cardboard box and overseas, for somebody else, the need to utilise it.
I got to say, you're a totally different person to the LinkedIn photo you have. And if you haven't changed it, I'm going to get a copy of it and whack it in here now, so everyone can see the stark difference between the LinkedIn photo and who you really are, which is what this is about. So
that was a bit of a smouldering Tinder type profile.
We're thinking axe murderer or something, you know. But hey, it's great to hear all this. This is really fascinating. Yeah, 17 years in tech. We'll come on to that next.
Yep.
In our next location. So we've moved to the beautiful Hamilton Gardens. Is that what this place is?
Memorial Park.
Memorial Park. Yes, and you can tell there's a memorial behind us. It's a Spitfire. Come on in on. You've joined Cordia 6 weeks in, and your actual background is a solution architect at telco. There is a whole world of cybersecurity that you have a passion for. Tell us about that.
Taking the words out of my mouth. So yeah, the Cordia's got a very long history, 60 odd years in the New Zealand space around broadcasting, TVNZ services, the Coast Guard service, Channel 16, and recently they've sort of stepped into the telephony, WAN, SD-WAN, cybersecurity space. That's quite exciting. I see a company that's sort of continued to innovate and be relevant for a lot of customers in the Waikato Balclutha region. So yeah, I'm feet on the ground, so to speak, to sort of really engage with people within businesses to sort of tell a bit more of a story and sort of show them a bit of a journey around that, especially around the cybersecurity stuff.
Yeah, I was just thinking when you're talking about telco and security, I was thinking of the Jeep that came out that they were able to hack the SIM card on the Jeep. And I'm thinking Waikato, farms, huge amount of IoT, huge amount of security. Who knows what it actually means in terms of practical terms, but that's the sort of stuff you'll be talking about with the good people down here.
That we will, yes. Yeah. It's a very wide and broad topic. It's people, process, technology, so it's not just one golden bullet that fixes your security posture, right?
At least we moved up to a golden bullet from a silver bullet.
People want mobility. They want to be able to use systems outside of the business premise. Sort of that's why shadow IT tends to eke itself in there a little bit, because people don't like the rigidness of
the marketing people. Go the marketing people
and salespeople, right? Yeah. Push your boundaries. So that creates challenges for the IT folk to sort of rein that in and manage it in a much better or different shape. That's both a blessing and a curse. And of course, there's in the board that governance oversight, right? So the board of directors are becoming very aware of business continuity and the whole risk around their clients' data.
Well, shall we wrap up from here and move to our next location? So we're now in location 3, the Waikato Innovation Park. Now, give us a little bit of an idea of what this is. We've had a look around and I've seen all of these amazing company names, and this is where technology grows, sort of like a lot of other things grow in the Waikato, but give us a rundown, put us in the picture.
This is a sort of innovation tech hub formed around dairy and horticulture, so small businesses can come into this campus and then continue to do their research and sort of grow into a potentially commercial venture or into other areas. So it's a bit of an incubator of sorts. It's quite neat. There's some really interesting companies in here.
Our next question is one you might find hard to answer.
Right.
Is what is your AFQI experience?
No.
You haven't been yet.
No.
You're gonna hit it being a sponsor.
You're it, Ryan. This is it. With the coalface. So
this would go down like a Waikato Otago Classic.
Yeah.
Never done that one before. Waikato Otago Classic. I think it could be, but rather than a classic shield match, I think it might be the classic aftermatch.
Oh look, I'm learning as I go. I've only been in the role 6 weeks, so I'm intrigued to see where this journey goes. And obviously, this is a big part of it.
Yeah,
and you're a big partner in this process.
Well, thank you. And I guess the key thing, if Martin or Alex or the team haven't told you, is that it's all about relationships, which is what business is built on. So it's right.
Brilliant.
But I think as we're here, this is probably the right place for the last and final question, which is what is the coolest thing in tech, according to Jason? It's not the highest trending thing on the internet, or anything like that. You personally could be anything.
Yeah, look, I have a natural curiosity. I think sort of 3 things at the moment that are percolating away. That big data, dashboarding type stuff for businesses to sort of empower management to have a better view of their world and make better informed decisions. I think privacy and cybersecurity are starting to, that awareness is starting to grow at an individual and also at a company level.
So you used to be a hoodie wearing hacker when you were a solution architect?
In the dim dark days.
Was that an ulterior?
So I grew up out of the IT space when it was in the Ice Age, and I've actually been quite privileged to sort of see quite a long journey over the last 25 odd years, even though I've only been in it since 17. And the last sort of 4 or 5 years probably been more exciting than most. I've seen a much greater impact of technology on businesses and a much greater momentum and speed to innovate. Starting to prove the promise, right?
Yeah. So that brings it to an end. We've been here in Waikato getting ready for the November 7th AFQI event. It's at the House Bar back in Hood Street. Jason Mcbride, welcome to the AFQI family.
Thank you, Ryan.
And of course, you've already been welcome to the Cordia family, but it's going to be good to introduce you, well, you're going to introduce me probably, to all the locals here.
Yes, very much so.
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to a good night.
We'll see you soon, November 7th, Waikato AFQI.